Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for inviting me to this conference. The title of my presentation is about Asian Studies to use Malaya. And this is the overview of my presentation. I'll start my my presentation with the Asian Studies in the use of Malaya, like Asian Studies by faculty, Asian Studies by academy, and Asian Studies by institute, and followed by Asian-related research centers, institutes like Institute of China Studies, Kongzi Institute, Malaysia-Japan Research Center, as well as Malaysia-Korea Research Center. And as requested by the organizer, I'll talk a bit about the achievement of AI as well as Malaysia-Korea Research Center and Korean Studies Program in relation to Asian Studies and plans moving towards. So actually, in Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, there are 4 departments dealing with Asian Studies. The first one is Department of East Asian Studies, and Department of Indian Studies, Department of Chinese Studies, and Department of Southeast Asian Studies. In the Department of East Asian Studies, we have 3 programs: Japan Studies Program, China Studies Program, and Korea Studies Program. And we also have Department of Indian Studies dealing with Indian in Malaysia. And we also have Department of Chinese Studies dealing with Chinese in Malaysia. So that is the difference between Department of Chinese Studies and China Studies Program in the Department of East Asian Studies. And we also have Department of Southeast Asian Studies, like Indonesian, Vietnamese, and Filipino. Yeah. And in the case of the Department of East Asian Studies, we started as Japan Studies Program in 1993, and after that, in 1996, we established Department of East Asian Studies when the government asked us to establish this department. And when we established Department of East Asian Studies in 1996, we opened 2 new programs, China Studies as well as Korean Studies Program. In the case of Department of Indian Studies, it was established in 1956. And as I mentioned earlier, this department deals with Indian in Malaysia. And for the Department of Chinese Studies, it was established in 1963. And this department is the oldest Chinese Studies department in Malaysia. And for the Department of Southeast Asian Studies, it was established in 1975 as part of the Southeast Asian Studies program. And now, this department emphasizes studies on the region, including its politics, economy, culture, as well as security. And in the Faculty of Languages and Linguistics, we also have Department of Asian and European Languages, Department of National Languages, and Applied Linguistics. For your information, Japanese language was established in this faculty since 1963. Yeah? Just now when I mentioned Japan Studies Program, we established in 1993 following the Look East policy by the Malaysian government in 1982. And for the Asian Studies, Asian and European languages in the Faculty of Languages and Linguistics, they offer specialization in 5 languages: French, German, Italian, Japanese, and Spanish. We also have Korean language professors attached at this department And students can take the Korean language courses in this faculty as elective courses. And the Department of Asian Languages and Applied Linguistics, it was established in 1998 and conducts programs in Chinese and Tamil languages. It also offers courses in Malay language. Iban language is indigenous in Sabah and Sarawak, and Chinese language as well. And for the international students in the Malaya, it is compulsory for them to take Malay language. So this department offers Malay language courses for international students. And Asian Studies by Academy, we also have Malay language, Malay linguistics, Malay literature, Malay arts, and Malay socio-cultural at the Academy of Malay Studies. Academy of Malay Studies in the Malaya is like a faculty. And for the Asia-Europe Institute, in 1996 in Bangkok, the former Prime Minister of Malaysia, Mahathir Mohamad, proposed to the ASEM leaders in the ASEM Samik meeting, Malaysia will establish Asia-Europe University in order to enhance relations between Asia and Europe in higher education. So in 1997, we established Asia-Europe Center, and in the year 2000, we upgraded to Asia-Europe Institute. Hopefully, we can establish Asia-Europe University in the future, depending on the financial situation. Yeah. And we also have Asian-related research centers institute in the Malaya. We have a KOMSI Institute, and KOMSI Institute is a non-profit education provider network, and it was established in November 2009, and it enables people to have a better chance at understanding the Chinese culture and promotes harmonious relations between China and other countries. So this university, institute offers a Mandarin language course in the afternoon. So students are not from Malaya and staff, not from Malaya, but also from outside of the campus. So students and staff normally after 6 p.m. they will come to this institute and then learn Mandarin language. For the KOMSI Institute, they also provide a scholarship. And actually, I'll explain a bit about this later, about the scholarship offered by the KOMSI Institute. And then number 2 is Institute of China Studies. Sometime in 2003, our former Prime Minister Abdullah Badawi visited China, and when he came back, he proposed to establish Institute of China Studies. And the government found this institute in the Malaya. And this is the first research institute in the country with specific focus on China. And currently, in this institute, we don't have students. They are doing research only. And we also have Malaysia-Japan Research Center, established on January 12, 2012. As I mentioned just now, we have Japan Studies program in the Malaya, established in 1993. We used to have Center for Japan Studies in Institute of Strategic and International Studies, but I think since 5 years ago, because of the funding maybe, they decided to close down. So we don't have a research center on Japan currently in the Institute of Strategic and International Studies. So that's why we proposed to the university to establish Malaysia-Japan Research Center. The great challenge for this center is of course the research grant. We also have Malaysia-Korea Research Center, also established in 2012, and we have been working closely with the KRI in the University of New South Wales, Korea Research Institute in the University of New South Wales since 1999. We also established KOSASA, Korean Studies Association in Southeast Asia. And this year, sometime in September, University of Malaya will be hosting the 6th KOSASA International Conference. And this center will become the national hub of Korean studies research and education in Malaysia. And regarding the researchers, we encourage researchers from other faculties to do research on Malaysia and Korea in this center. Regarding the Asia-Europe Institute, we have we have 4 international masters program, international masters in information management, regional integration, small and medium enterprises, as well as ASEAN studies. For the ASEAN studies program, normally we enroll 10 students, 10 to 15 actually, because we provide a full scholarship to local and international students. So we also provide the airfare, the stipend, and then the housing allowance. And students must go for the internship for 2 months, and we also provide a scholarship as well as a housing allowance. They have to do their internship overseas. So we also engage visiting professors to teach in our institute. Currently we have 26 visiting professors from Asia and Europe. So for the international corporations, we have signed the memorandum of agreement with several universities in Asia and Europe. And as I mentioned just now, these are the visiting professors from Europe and Asia, like from the Philippines, from Greece, from Italy, from Germany. For this academic session, we have 5 visiting professors from Germany actually, the biggest number. And we also have the seminar as well as lecture series. We have the eminent person lecture series. We have the ambassadors lecture series. And for the Malaysia-Korea Research Center and Korean Studies Program, if I have time, I would like to explain a bit about the research collaboration between Malaysia-Korea Research Center as well as KOSASA. We receive some amount of money from FELDA, for example, doing the comparative study between Felda and Seoul. And we also received a research grant about 150,000 US dollar from the Academy of Foreign Studies to do research on leadership. Since I don't have enough time to explain more, I think I'll stop here. So thank you very much.